Doyin Okupe passes away at 72 during surgery in Lagos after decades-long health battle. Dr. Doyin Okupe, a prominent Nigerian physician and politician, passed away at the age of 72 during a surgical procedure in Lagos. Okupe had been in Abuja but returned to Lagos less than a week before his death for surgery at a hospital on Lagos Island. For over 40 years, Okupe had been on medication for various ailments, including prostate cancer, and had also been dealing with weight issues. He was first diagnosed with prostate cancer 16 years ago and later developed sarcoma in his right shoulder. In October 2023, Okupe was hospitalized for prostate cancer and traveled to Israel for treatment. However, his health did not improve as hoped. His remains have been moved to a mortuary with burial arrangements expected to take place after Easter. Throughout his career, Okupe served as special assistant on media and publicity to President Olusegun Obasanjo and later as senior special assistant on public affairs to President Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria's crude oil production hits 1.7 million barrels per day, highest since 2021. Nigeria's crude oil production has experienced a notable increase, reaching 1.737 million barrels per day in January 2025, up from 1.667 million barrels per day in December 2024. This upward trend follows a series of production increases over the past months. November 2024, 1.690 million barrels per day. December 2024, 1.667 million barrels per day. January 2025, 1.737 million barrels per day. The recent figures surpassed Nigeria's production level from previous years. For instance, in September 2023, the country's crude oil output was approximately 1.35 million barrels per day. The current production level is the highest since March 2021, when output reached 1.748 million barrels per day. Despite these improvements, Nigeria's production remains below its full capacity and the government's projection. The government had anticipated reaching 1.8 million barrels per day in November 2024 and aimed for 2.5 million barrels per day by December 2024, targets that have yet to be met. The increase in production can be attributed to enhanced security measures in the Niger Delta region, leading to a reduction in oil theft and pipeline vandalism. The federal government's crackdown on oil thefts aims to further boost production with a target of 3 million barrels per day by 2025. This rise in oil production is a positive development for Nigeria's economy, which relies heavily on oil revenue for government income and foreign exchange earnings. Continued efforts to improve security and infrastructure in oil-producing regions are expected to sustain and potentially increase production levels in the future. EFCC recovered $760,910 from Yahaya Bello's children's school fees amid fraud investigation. Former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello made substantial advance payments totaling $845,852 to the American International School Abuja, covering his children's tuition fee until their graduation. These arrangements included prepayments for children not yet enrolled, with an expected start date of August 2022, contingent on space availability. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) investigated these payments, alleging they were linked to money laundering activities. During the investigation, the school confirmed receiving $845,852.84 in tuition and other fees from September 7, 2021 to date of their correspondence. After deducting educational services already rendered, the school calculated a refundable amount of $760,910.84 and requested the EFCC provide authentic banking details to process this refund. The EFCC confirmed the receipt of $760,910.84 refund from the American International School, Abuja. This case is part of a broader investigation into an alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud involving the former governor. The EFCC's ongoing probe includes scrutinizing financial transactions linked to Bello's administration. Nigeria military challenges credibility of 2025 Global Terrorism Index report. The 2025 Global Terrorism Index (GTI) released on March 5th ranked Nigeria 6th among countries most affected by terrorism, with a score of 7.658 and 565 terrorism-related deaths recorded in 2024. In response, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters (DHQ) questioned the credibility of the GTI report. Major General Marcus Kangie, Director of Defense Media Operations, emphasized that the report from the Nigerian military provides a more accurate account of the country's counter-terrorism efforts than external sources. He used a family analogy to illustrate his point, suggesting that information from the head of a household is more reliable than from outsiders. The GTI, published by the Institute of Economics and Peace, measured the impact of terrorism across 163 countries, accounting for 99.7% of the world's population. The index considers factors such as the number of terrorist incidents, fatalities, injuries, and hostages over a 5-year period to provide a comprehensive assessment of terrorism's global impact. Major General Kange's remarks highlights the Nigerian military stance that their internal assessment of a more accurate reflection of the nation's counter-terrorism efforts compared to external evaluation like the GTI. Khan applauds Niger government for reintroducing Christian religious knowledge in schools. The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) has been actively advocating for the reintroduction of Christian religious knowledge (CRK) into public schools curricula in Niger State. The effort aims to instill moral values and address social issues among the youth. In response to CAN's persistent appeal, the Niger State government announced plans to recruit CRK teachers across public schools. Governor Mohammed Umar Bago emphasized that religious education is pivotal to combating social vices such as drug abuse and youth restiveness. He stated, "We all know that religious teachings in schools can help to reshape the lives of our children." Former military President General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida (IBB) has also expressed support for this initiative. He highlighted the significance of religious education in fostering unity and moral education, recalling that during his school days, both Christian and Islamic teachings contributed to societal harmony. IBB remarked, "This is the only way we can change our society, by teaching Christian religious knowledge, Islamic religious knowledge, and other moral subjects in public schools." CAN's efforts have been ongoing for over 2 decades, emphasizing that reintroducing CRK is crucial for the moral upbringing of children. The association believes that such education can significantly reduce social vices among youth. The Niger State government's decision to reintroduce CRK into public schools has been met with commendation from CAN, reflecting a collaborative effort to enhance moral education and societal values in the region. Nigeria declared Simon Ekpa, 16 others as terrorism financiers, freezes their accounts. The federal government of Nigeria has designated Simon Ekpa and 16 other individuals and entities as terrorism financiers, leading to the freezing of their bank accounts and assets. This action follows recommendations from the Nigerian Sanction Committee, which convened on March 16, 2025 in Abuja. The designations are in accordance with Section 54 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, empowering the government to impose sanctions on individuals and organizations linked to terror-related activities. The Attorney General of the Federation, with President Bola Tinubu's approval, authorized the inclusion of these individuals and entities in Nigerian sanction list. The listed individuals and entities are: 1. Simon Ekpa Njoku, 2. God's Time Promise Iyare, 3. Francis Chukwedu, 4. John Anayo, 5. Chukwuka Godwin Eze, 6. Edwin Augustine Chukwedu, 7. Chinwendu Joy Owo, 8. Ginika Jane Oji, 9. Awo Uchechukwu, 10. Mercy Ebere Ifeoma Ali, 11. Ahagu Nneka Juliana, 12. Eze Chubuike Opotu, 13. Nwoban Henry Chimezie, 14. Ogo Mupis Kewe, 15. Igwe Kaala Enterprises, 16. Sifichuvi Global Company, 17. Lakurawa Group. Financial institutions and relevant agencies have been directed to identify and freeze all funds, assets, and the economic resources linked to these individuals and organizations without prior notice. This includes accounts associated with their signatories and directors to ensure comprehensive enforcement of the sanctions regime. Additionally, these institutions are required to report any assets frozen or actions taken to the Sanction Committee, file suspicious transactions report with the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit (NFIU), and monitor for any name matches in financial transactions related to the designated individuals or entities. This decisive measure underscores the Nigerian government's commitment to combating terrorism financing and ensuring the integrity of its financial system. Follow for more. March 7, 2025.